Feel good. Back in the building. God damn it. It's been a minute. What's that word? My boy Daniel in the building. I see you, my brother 2G in the building. What's that word, y'all? Welcome back to Lakers land. We late to the party, but we in the goddamn building. Y'all know how we coming, man. Shout out to everybody, man. It's been a minute, but we back in the mix. Let's get this thing started. I don't want to waste too much time, but I definitely want to come and chop it up and give my thoughts and opinions on what's going on around Lakers land. And I'm going to be real with y'all. If you would have asked me just a month ago my thoughts on Andrew Wiggins being a part of the Lakers, I would have threw up in my mouth. No disrespect to Wiggins, but he didn't fit the priority a month and a half ago. When you looked at the assignment, what was needed, in the way he does and in the way he doesn't. But I think it's time for us to really dive into a real possibility that seems to be gaining traction according to reports. And that's Andrew Wiggins in the purple and gold. It actually might happen. Now, I know some of y'all are probably rolling your eyes already, just like me. I mean, he's 30 years old. And it's crazy because Andrew Wiggins is on a deal right now paying him $28 million this season and $30 million with a player option in 2026, 2027. First of all, that's not cheap. And number two, y'all seen me crying and complaining about paying Austin Reeves, a younger player, $30 million a year. But here's the thing. The Lakers have been searching for that prototypical two-way wing who can really stretch the floor, guard multiple positions, and thrive next to the stars like Luka and LeBron. And according to Mark Stein, if the Miami Heat really start looking for some type of financial flexibility, the Lakers have big interest in Andrew Wiggins. And my thoughts on it now, I think they should. GB in the building, my boy Greg says Lakers will have the trade for him. He's already signed this year. I think he is a good fit. Absolutely. I absolutely agree that he's a good fit. Like I said, if you would have asked me about this move a month ago, I wouldn't be jacking it. I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't be jacking it because I feel like at the end of the day, at that time, he didn't fit the priority. But let's break down his most recent season with the Miami Heat. Real quick, score as far as scored in efficiency, Wiggins, I think, averaged 18, 5, and 3. You know, the stats didn't jump off the page too much. His career high and true shooting percentage. It didn't mean that he was just getting buckets. He was doing it efficiently last year. Big game scoring. He gave Miami a legit scoring punch. He highlighted, I think he had a 42-point explosion at one point last year. For years, we've kind of criticized Andrew Wiggins for his perimeter shooting, free throws. But last year, to me, he made some strides. If I'm not mistaken, Wiggins hit like a career high from the three-point line last year. He cleaned up his mechanics from the free throw line. His percentage from the free throw line went up. Injuries is always going to be a factor. There was a lot of missed time with the hamstring injury, the ankle issues. I think it cost him like 15 games down the stretch last year. But, I think he fits well with these Lakers. You look at LeBron window, 40 years old. James isn't going to carry 82 games of heavy wing defense. Wiggins can help carry that load. They just brought over Marcus Smart. So that's even better. Wiggins guarding the opposing teams, one of the opposing teams' tougher assignments night in and night out. I think he can still do that. You think about playoff matchups. Wiggins can check a lot of guys. He might not can lock them down, but those main guys, the Tatums of the world, the Kawhis of the world, the PGs, the KDs, Wiggins can check those guys without needing constant defensive team help. You look at the Luka factor. with Andrew Wiggins possibly coming into the Lakers. With Luka locked in long term now, it's like the Lakers got to surround him with two-way wings that's going to really complement his style. Wiggins become like the perfect 45 cut option to me. He punished wing side defenders who can cheat off of him. As a spot up shooter, his improved three-point shot, it forced defenses to stay home. We talked about Luka's ability to find people open for the three-point shot. As far as transition goes, Luka, he loves to push that pace with, hit-ahead passes. Wiggins definitely know how to fill them lanes, finishing at the rim where he got athleticism. I really like the idea, if it does happen, of Wiggins at this point coming over to the Lakers. I see Zoo TV said fake news. What's so fake about the news, Zoo TV? Explain to me. Because I do this for real. And all official reports were about the Lakers targeting Andrew Wiggins if Miami is looking to pull out some flexibility with their numbers. So where's the fake news at? Or are you just talking, just to be talking? Let me know. But what y'all think? Do y'all like the Lakers in the Andrew Wiggins experiment this year? One issue with the Lakers, to me, has been like too much predictability. It's either James is orchestrating it or Luka's orchestrating it. No disrespect to Austin Reeves or nothing like that. I think Andrew Wiggins, he adds another scoring option that knows how to create his own shot in isolation, off stagger screens. I think is huge for playoff half-court offenses if the Lakers are able to really do something in March and in April. And I know I'm looking way down the line as far as the calendar. But in the long term, you want to have those quote-unquote glue guys that understand, guys that know. I think Andrew Wiggins fit the bill. Defensively, as far as identity go for LA, the Lakers need a defensive-minded wing. Wiggins is 6'7", got a 7-foot wingspan. He's agile enough to switch from 1 to 4. You pair him with DeAndre Ayton or Jackson Hayes in that drop coverage, it's a go. I think Wiggins also becomes your POA defender. He's kind of like your insurance against some of these elite scoring wings that we have in the Western Conference. Over the years, Wiggins has also showed, like, as far as the locker room go, as far as attitude go, Wiggins have shown before that he can sacrifice, he can adapt. We saw it clearly with Golden State in their title run that they had in 2022. Wiggins was a huge role. He was a big piece in Golden State winning that championship. And he didn't need 25 shots a night to impact winning for the Warriors. I think Andrew Wiggins specializes in self-awareness. I think his self-awareness is invaluable on the roster with the likes of James and Luka, already dominating the ball with the usage rate. Keith in the building said he would have liked to see them focus on getting a great center, although I love Wiggins. Now, Keith makes a great point. This is something that I was bringing up. Keith, I appreciate you kind of highlighting the front court for the Lakers as far as the bigs, because we now have DeAndre Ayton, Jackson Hayes, and I know they're trying to kind of throw Maxi Kleber in the mix a little bit as far as someone that could be potentially playing the 5. I don't know how much bump Christian Koloko is going to get. But when you look at Maxi and DeAndre Ayton and even Jackson Hayes, respectfully, those guys are like offensive minded. Their games are, so kind of catered towards the offense. Jackson Hayes will hit that athleticism. Maxi Kleber, he can guard multiple positions. I think that his basketball IQ defensively is pretty decent, but he's not a rim protector. DeAndre Ayton's not a rim protector. Jackson Hayes is not a rim protector. I'm not sold on basketball IQ of Jackson Hayes defensively. So I agree with Keith 100%. There still seems like there's a void missing with the Lakers at the center position. Um, I guess we're gonna have to see how it plays out, but that is definitely something, bro, that I have been kind of looking at and wondering: will DeAndre Ayton and company, will they answer those questions that we had at that position? Because respectfully, all three of them guys together, or all three of them guys, is not better than Anthony Davis. So it's going to be interesting to see what they bring to the table. Who's going to step it up defensively? Defense wins championships in the NBA. Point blank, period. So we definitely got to keep in mind of that. Now, I talked about the hypocrisy of me not wanting to pay Austin Reeves $30 million, but you would have to pay Andrew Wiggins $30 million a year. Are y'all good with that part? He's owed $28 million this season, and then you got the $30 million next year. Austin Reeves is younger. He's been in this system longer. It's weird though. It's weird. I just feel like I don't want to really compare Andrew Wiggins' upside to Austin Reeves' upside. I just feel like, you just got to max out your opportunity while the window is open. LeBron will be gone before you know it. Luka is locked in, but I mean, there's still a lot to remain to be seen. We don't know what this coaching staff is really going to look like. I feel like JJ Redick ultimately got a lot of things to prove. So, I don't know, but financially, paying Austin Reeves $30 million to me at the time felt like overpaying for, Austin Reeves is a good player, potential all-star maybe in a couple years. I feel like he was trajecting to that point, but he struggles defensively. Austin Reeves is a liability, especially against elite athletes. He gets picked on night in and night out. Andrew Wiggins, on the other hand, he gives you size. He gives you defense, proven playoff capability. I don't know. So it's going to be iffy. Sal says signing. Do you mean trading for him? I mean, Sal, if the Lakers ultimately do trade for Andrew Wiggins, they're going to have to sign him, right? Any player that plays for a team has to be signed, have to sign a contract, right? Like, what's wrong with y'all with these questions? What's up with y'all? Are y'all good? Are y'all cool? I thought that any player that's in uniform has to sign a contract. We're not talking free agency. Why y'all question what's going on with y'all? Are y'all good today? Yes, we know he's already under contract with the Miami Heat. This is all about if the Miami Heat is looking to handle their financial flexibility, which is actually happening according to reports. So there's no deal done, anything of that nature. But reportedly, Miami is looking to change some flexibility with their finances. If that's the case, Andrew Wiggins is at the top of their list. And according to reports, the Lakers are highly interested in Andrew Wiggins. If you would have asked me a month ago, I don't know if I'd have been jacking it. But right now, I like it. I like it. I think it benefits James, and I think it benefits Luka. For Luka, I think Andrew Wiggins, he alleviates that pressure by giving him a reliable secondary score. He doesn't clog up the lane. He'll thrive off of Luka's gravity and then extend the possessions. With LeBron, I think Wiggins take the defensive burden off of James' shoulders somewhat. That allows James to play a little bit more free safety on defense. LeBron has always pretty much played free safety anyway, but it does allow him to play at a little bit more at an easier pace. Andrew Wiggins, to me, he's elite at anticipation, rotations, and offensively, Wiggins can be that designated slasher, helping LeBron to conserve some energy just in case Rui is having a bad game or if Austin Reeves or somebody like that gets into foul trouble. I think it's just all an added plus. So I'm super excited at this time about the potential of the Lakers expanding this roster. There's still a lot of work to be done. Now, Shane doesn't agree that they can offer Wiggins enough. Why wouldn't they be able to offer Wiggins $30 million if that's the asking price for Austin Reeves? Wiggins is on contract for 28 this year, 30 next year. That's the same number that Austin Reeves is pretty much asking for. So why wouldn't they be able to? Financially, I won't campaign that it's a smart move if you're looking long term, especially now that you got Luka locked in. If the front office of the Lakers is really focused and targeted on the future, paying Andrew Wiggins $30 million a year is kind of iffy. But like I said, I'm looking to win now, right now, today. I'm trying to win this season. So shit, put it up there. But I'll keep you guys in the loop of whatever might actually happen with Andrew Wiggins and the Lakers. It could be a long shot. Every time it seemed like the Lakers got a good target publicly, it never happens. This could definitely be fool's gold, but you never know. I just feel like that it's important that at least we are identifying the shortcomings that we got. We just got to see how it play out. But I think he can help. I definitely think that Andrew Wiggins can help this Lakers team. So we just got to see how that thing go. Then we got my boy Luka, who's been showing off. Y'all see Luka's numbers today? Luka was going crazy. Shane said if Wiggins locked in, it'll be a better fit than Reeves. Yeah, but Reeves is a lot more valuable. Well, this is interesting. And I'm not going to say, Shane, that I disagree with you. But in your eyes, what makes Austin Reeves more valuable to these Lakers than Andrew Wiggins would be? Are you looking at the long-term impact? By Austin Reeves being, younger, he will be able to build longer with Luka versus Andrew Wiggins. Is that the approach? My boy Luka, bro, he's just showing off. And he's out here being a maestro. He a mismatch hunter, the pick and roll maestro. That's what I like to call him. When you watching Luka, you're not really just watching a superstar. Like Luka to me might arguably be the best mismatch hunter in the National Basketball Association. Like he's always finding a way to manipulate switches to isolate the weakest link. Like if you are a small guard guarding Luka Doncic, he's going to punish your ass in the post. If you put a slower big on him, he's going to stretch them out to the perimeter and he's going to torch their ass with them step back threes. When it comes to Luka, like this shit is advanced chess. This is not checkers. Luka don't rush at all. He be walking defenders down into like real vulnerable positions. It's crazy just watching Doncic play this game of basketball. The way he uses ball screens, the four switches, and then he just get into his bag. I mean, that's mismatch hunting at its finest. It's not really so much about ISO basketball. It's that calculated exploitation. And then when you put in Luka next to James, these skills just like forces defenders into like pick your poison type of scenarios. Do you switch and let Luka eat? Or do you stay home and let LeBron orchestrate? Like either way it go, the Lakers really can create advantages. And I'm happy because we got a full training camp now. These guys got a real opportunity to gel and mix and figure each other out as far as being teammates and stuff like that. But Luka, bro, so impressive. And then, like I said, he's a pick and roll maestro. This his vision and his patience separates him from everybody else in the league to me. The way Luka uses ball screens, not to just score, but to create like multiple reads. Think about it. If a defender goes under, Luka's going to punish him with the pull-up three. If they fight over, Luka going to snake the dribble. He going to get to the mid-range floater, knock that down. If the bigs show that they too high, he going to thread the pocket pass down to the roll man. If the help defender tags too early, Luka going to find a weak side corner with a skip pass. Like, it just never fails. It's nonstop. That's the difference between running a pick and roll and mastering the pick and roll. Luka knows how to manipulate coverages like he's reading a defense in slow motion. It's crazy. I can't wait for this year. We've had a lot of haters in Lakers land, a lot of people doubting the Lakers. The media has had no respect for the Lakers in this offseason. It's been a lot of disrespect thrown at the Lakers this offseason. I just seen ESPN rank the Lakers to possibly be the second. They was ranked like second to possibly fall off the worst from last year. Some bogus ass shit that ESPN had when it comes to the Lakers. I saw a couple comments about from Charles Barkley and Kendrick Perkins, how they criticize Luka, regardless of the conditioning and the commitment that Luka has made in the offseason to stay in shape and to be ready. People want LeBron out the door. It's been a lot of shit going on with the purple and gold. We got a new owner now in Mark Walters. So we don't know if Rob Pelinka is officially or unofficially on the hot seat. Who's going to be the scapegoat if this thing don't work? Is it DeAndre Ayton? Is it Jake LaRavia? Is it Marcus Smart? How much of an impact is Bronny going to have this season? What the hell are we doing with Dalton Connect? Is JJ Redick a real coach? There's 1,000,001 questions we could be asking and that we're going to have to ask and get some answers to. So you're looking at it from the long term as far as Austin Reeves having as much or even more value than Andrew Wiggins. I agree with that part, Shane, but I feel like bringing Wiggins in now enhances your opportunity to win Title 18 sooner than later. You're looking at a 2-year window, I believe, with LeBron left in LA. 2 years, this season and probably next. I think that bringing in Andrew Wiggins definitely maximizes the opportunity. The problem is, though, too, when I think about it, Miami is not going to play. Miami is not going to play. They're going to ask for somebody maybe not expensive on our roster. I think guys like Rui is only getting paid, what, 12, 15 million? But they're going to ask for a piece that we're going to need. So even though you're bringing in Andrew Wiggins, hypothetically, if you get rid of the wrong piece for Wiggins, then it's null and void. The shit really doesn't matter. So I will say this about the Lakers trying to get Andrew Wiggins. They better be careful who they use to trade for the nigga. Because if they give up the wrong player, it's really no point. You know, guys like Dalton Connect, Gabe Vincent, those are my usual suspects. But who knows? I'm about to get up out of here, though, man. I just wanted to come at y'all real quick. It has been such a minute since I've been live here on Lakers Land. So we're going to do it again. Maybe we do it every evening. We'll do it live every night here on Lakers Land. We'll break down some shit with these Lakers in preparation for the opening night. Can't wait. I think they did drop theme night. I don't know if you guys saw the schedule for theme night. See, Pride Night is the 17th. Opening night for the Lakers is on the 21st as we open the season up versus the Golden State Warriors. Can't wait for that. Pat Riley get his statue on the 22nd of February. So shout out to Pat. Reeves is not a great fit in Miami. Give us out of it. Somebody, you know what? It was interesting to me, Keith. Somebody mentioned Bam's name to me earlier today. I don't know. Bringing in Bam, I'm going to be honest. I'll take Bam instead of those other three bigs we got. I know y'all probably laughing at me, but I'm going to be real. Jackson Hayes, Maxi Kleber, DeAndre Ayton, all them dudes can go. I take Bam for them. Straight like that. This is what the numbers will look like for the roster for the Lakers in 2 years. It's a lot of money available. You see it's going to be interesting. Ain't no doubt about that. 2G, I'm bugging. You rather have DeAndre Ayton, Jackson Hayes, and Maxi Kleber over Bam Adebayo? Really? I mean, I am giving up depth with those three guys, but unless you can convince me that that DeAndre Ayton can turn into a rim protector all of a sudden, then no. Hell no. I don't need him. See, if the Lakers had Bam, they'd be a front runner to win the chip. But I respect everybody's opinion. Shout out to Shane. Shout out to my boy Keith. Shout out to 2G. As always, big up to my boy Daniel, who also popped in. This is Lakers Land. I am Seven Mitchell. Let me get up out of here, finish my evening, but I would have had to come through real quick and kick it with y'all. If you guys are new to Lakers Land, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. We doing it live, and I'm excited, bro. This season is going to be something special. Make sure y'all guys check out and join our playback room on Playback TV/LakersLand Show. We doing free VIP watch parties for all the Laker games this season. So y'all know it's going to be so lit. Can't wait. Leave Ayton out of it. Okay, leave Ayton out of it. I mean, he's a walking double-double. I don't want to disrespect DeAndre Ayton 2G. You're right. But if we comparing apples to oranges, you know, Bam shit seems to be going up. I know DeAndre Ayton was just in Portland. He ain't going to be able to be no hero in Portland. But I don't know. I like the upside of Bam more than DeAndre Ayton. I wanted DeAndre Ayton with the Lakers a couple years ago when he left Phoenix. We're just going to see how this shit play out. But I can't wait. We're going to be here for it. We're going to be watching all the games together. So it's going to be an interesting season. Y'all stay safe, though. Let me get up out of here, and I'll catch you guys live tomorrow here on Lakers Land, man. I'm Seven Mitchell. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Subscribe if you guys are new. And I'll catch y'all in the PM tomorrow. Peace, y'all.